Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 2 versus 2 on Marconia. Playing as the Blood Angels on Team 1, we've got Hyperion, and we've got Roman 228. We're playing an opposing team on Team 2 as the Force of Chaos. We've got OMC, Dr. Nox, and we have got Neon. So I'm getting quite strong Horus Heresy vibes here, as the Sons of Sanguinius go up against the Traitor Legion, taking the fight right to them. Do quite like the Blood Angels in a 2v2 setup, as from their, what are you called, your Progenerator Barracks, they are able to go for 2 diverging tech trees in the form of the Wings of Sanguinius or the Might of Sanguinius. Wings being, you've got more access to jumpy dudes, Might of Sanguinius, meaning that you've got more access to heavier infantry, which is quite cool. And in a 2v2, it does allow them for one player to go for Wings, one to go for Might, which, I mean, we might see that, we might not. I haven't really watched this game yet, as this heavy bottle turret gets placed slap bang just outside this strategic point here. Also in this natural exit point for the Chaos Space Marine, so they are going to have to worry about that a little bit. Cultists will probably be denied the strategic point in this early engagement going on. But the Chaos players, they also have some diverging things going on for them as well. Especially with those Icon Bearers. Icon Bearer of, I do believe, Khorne allows them to charge a little bit further. Icon of Slanesh reduces enemy reload time and... also increases reload time. And also makes them forget they're in close combat sometimes. So they've got options for diversity as well. I do quite like the Assault Scout Squad's voice acting as well. Just very American. Brad Brandonson. Hey, buddy. Would you like some coffee with your AR-15? At least that's my attempt at an American accent. Not very good at accents, believe it or not. Anyway, this Chaos Lord, ready to hustle with this tussle, going to send these tactical squads back a little bit before turning his attention to this assault squad, giving this guy a big uppercut, knocking him flat on his ass. Gotta be careful with your Blood Angels, as if they lose morale in close combat, they do fall to the Blood Rage, which means that they can't retreat from combat until they regain the morale. Assault Scout Squad nearly losing all the health there. Chaos Lord now having a little glance at this Heavy Bolter turret. Although Heavy Bolter turret turning his attention to this Cultist squad. Almost killing these guys, but it will be taken down. Tactical Assault Squad for the... sorry, just a Tactical Squad for Roman 228. A lot of lads in the squad being reinforced in an automatic fashion. Will be pushed back though by Chaos Space Marines and the Chaos Lord here. Do have Chaos Lord going up against Captain Psycho. And he does manage to get him down, but taking a lot of damage himself. Will he survive? Does look like it. Very unfortunate for Captain Psycho there. Resplendent in gold armor, but gold is not the best metal to use for armor unless, of course, it's an alloy. Not that I'm like a blacksmith or anything, I don't actually know that. Raptor's trying to mince around with this listing post, but will probably be pushed away by this tactical squad over here. Chaos Space Marines on the south side having a little bit more luck with that. Chaos Lord being chased away by a secondary Captain Psycho. A mirroring of heroes, so to speak. Listing post does go down. I imagine now the Force of Chaos will fall back into a more defensive position. They do have some heavy cover to play with here. That's probably advantageous for them. Chaos being the primary aggressor in this game so far. Jumping backwards and forwards with these Chaos Raptors. These guys, without their power weapons, won't be able to smash through this listing post all that well, but at least it keeps the Blood Angels inside the base while the Force of Chaos have a sniff around on this relic. One advantage I think that the Chaos players have over the Blood Angels in this kind of matchup is that they've got access to big units like Titans, and they have like, is it? I completely forget his name, Alpharius, that's his name. So they've got a Primarch as well to play with. Blood Angels don't necessarily have as big in the way of relic units, so they do need to keep an eye on that relic in the centre of the map and make sure that the Force of Chaos don't have it for too long in that late game. Heretic trying to build up a heavy bolter turret, but will not get it, I'm afraid. But this listing pod will be upgraded at some point. Turret being taken down. And are these raptors still knocking around? Yes, they have actually managed to destroy that listing post and get that decap as well, so wonderful little bit of value for them there. Popping down some heavy bolter turrets just for good measure, just to be a real nuisance. Also cutting off, much like how Roman 228 was cutting off the Chaos player with some turrets down here, now getting a taste of their own medicine, but a good chunk of tactical marines just wandering into the base here. Going to go for another Chaos Lord. OMC, Dr. Nox, sounding out the alarms for some assistance. But his ally is far away. Will be a long time before they come over. But I mean, he's got heavy bolter turrets down here, so it's nice and defended already. Yeah, just a sheer amount of tactical marines. Roman just not even thinking about tier 2. Gonna want to keep these Chaos Space Marines on the move if you're not planning to defend with them. May as well move them around and wait for assistance. We will see a Chaos Space Marine squad almost get wiped out. Will he survive? There we go, slipping and slinking into the darkness. Chaos Raps now coming in for support as the Chaos Lord, back from the dead, goes in for a slice and dice. Gonna see a Raptor squad from Dr. Nox as well. And by the fierce fighting forces of his ally and comrade, he will be able to push this sizable amount of tactical marines away from the base. Gonna go for another heavy bolter turret. Heretic, very brave. But these tactical marines aren't in the mood for firing. They're trying to get away from these very strong raptors. Although maybe... Do you need to retreat that far, maybe? I mean, I suppose if you fight in this general area, even with the heavy cover, you'll still be under all this fire, so... A fiscally responsible move, it has to be said. Current economies at the moment is 80 and 40 and 98 and 20 compared to 104 and 20 and 104 and 20. Oh, look at that. Chaos Space Marines. Best friends even in the economic department. Well, we've got Hyperion going for that tier 2. That Machine Bastion is on the way. A Furioso Dreadnought will be spawned sometime soon. Tactical squads from Roman taking this relic in the middle. But Roman is nowhere near in shape for a tier 2. After all, he has spent so much money on all these tactical squads. And to be fair, he almost got one of the opposing players out early on in the game, so that's fairly good effort. But Neon with a significant amount of Chaos Space Marines of his own. Tactical Marines aren't going to be surviving for very long if they stay in this central point. But we do have some melter guns on these guys, which is useful if they were going up against buildings or vehicles, but as disgusting and terrible as these Chaos Space Marines are, they are still but men, even if they are transhuman men. Machine Bastion, in fact, oh, okay, right, so you're still able to go for that tier 2. Fair enough. Roman 228, fair enough. Raptor squad being completely wiped out over here. It's a sad time. Furioso Dreadnought being reduced to very low health. But he is going to be punching down this heavy bolter turret. How's the Chaos player going to go for tier 2? Yes, tier 2 for Neon and tier 2 for OCM Dr. Nox as well. And it's all relatively even at the moment. Nothing too crazy for either side. But the Chaos Forces have managed to keep their control of the centre point here. Assault Rhino with its big bulldozer on the front, which is very nice. War Gear, superior bionics for additional health on those Blood Angels. And are we seeing... Are you packed to the brim, boys? Yes, you are indeed. Skull Probe infiltration research for the Skull Probes, obviously. Keeping them nice and safe. Although it won't help you all that much against heavy bolter turret. Rhino being spotted by that heavy bolter turret will decide to vamoose as well. Not wanting to be caught out of position. Hell Talon on the way. Going to be able to counteract this Dreadnought. But also just circumvent this positioning altogether. Just go straight for the listing post. These boys, especially if you get them in packs of 2 or 3, absolutely lethal at taking down listing posts. Before anyone's even able to get round to responding, they're gone like the wind. Over here, the Assault Rhino has dropped some Tactical Marines. They are going in for a good attack. Throwing some grenades, but will fall back because these Raptors and the Chaos Lord are kind of tying them up just a little bit. I've gone for some metal bombs there. Heavy bolters on both of these Chaos Space Marine squads will help against the Tactical Marines somewhat, but against these Dreadnoughts, not sure if it's the way forward. Tactical Squad for Hyperion going for their plasma guns, which will be amazing at taking out these Chaos Space Marines. Yeah, this is not an engagement that they want to get involved in, as that poor Space Marine gets twirled around in the thick fingers of that Dreadnought. Hell Talon getting some good licks in there. Over on this side, we've got a Chaos Predator go to arm itself with a Infernus Blighter. And what do you do? What are you good against? Oh, just heavy infantry and infantry. Are you a flamer? You are a flamer indeed. Lovely particle effects on that. Got a Razorback for the Blood Angels, equipping itself with a multi-melter to help it up against this Chaos Predator. Currently, the Force of Chaos don't have much in the way of anti-vehicle at the moment, which might prove to be a bit of a problem in the near future if they don't address it. But Tactical Squad over here, getting that big green all over their bodies. That's not what they want. Razorback now opening fire with its last cannons on this Chaos Predator. Chaos Lord goes down. An unfavourable engagement from OMC Dr. Nox here. Chaos Sorcerer, go and see what he can do, but a little bit too little, a little bit too late. Gonna take a fair bit of damage before teleporting away. Not even teleporting all that far. Over here, the Force of Chaos are managing to hold on against these Furioso Dreadnoughts for a little time. Chaos Space Marines, though, need to be microed a little bit better just to keep away from the Dreadnought's grasp. Do love the kill animation for the Dreadnoughts. But it will go down. Press F in the chat for that Furioso Dreadnought. Go see some smoke launchers and a second Razorback, limit of 2 for the Blood Angels. Heavy bolter attempting to be placed up, but will be shot down quick as you like. Captain Tycho, not really getting many vibes from Captain Tycho at the moment. Although, to return the favour, Roman is going to come in support. Lots of teamwork and friendship going on in this game. Regardless of whether you're traitors or loyalists, the brotherhood and bonds that are forged on the battlefield here are truly inspiring to see. Chaos Predator, not armed with anything fancy, just going to come in and add to the overall firepower. Very ranged, well, a ranged heavy composition the Force of Chaos have gone for. So might benefit from some icons. Or Captain Tycho even falling foul to a Chaos Sorcerer. He's not doing well today, is he? But yeah, the Chaos Space Marines might benefit from a Slaneshi icon, or maybe even a Zinch icon, should the Blood Angels go for any close combat units. I mean, they are able to get some... I can't remember what they're called, but they're like mutated Blood Angels that have fallen to the Black or Blood Rage or whatever. When they come out, they take damage over time unless they are near the... I completely forgot what the guy's name is, but they've got like an apothecary in there. Very useful in close combat, but like I say, without that dude, they do gradually die over time. Devastator Squad, armed with quadruple missile launchers, scaring away that Chaos Predator. Will also be quite good against the Hell Talons, although these guys do need a little bit of maneuverability if they want to defend themselves against the Hell Talons. Even if it's just one Assault Rhino, just to move around and keep up with these Hellfire Dreadnoughts, because this listing post isn't doing all that well. Razorback, very low on health at the moment, is coming in. Chaos Space Marines have got some missile launchers of their own there. And that assault, sorry, and that Razorback does go down. Just a sheer amount of firepower from this blotch of Chaos Space Marines here. Very intimidating. Blood Angels need something to combat it. I mean, majority of their fire is heavy bolter, so they need to go something that is less heavy infantry. I'm going to see another Furioso Dreadnought. Death Company Rhino as well. But still more Devastator squads coming out. I mean, maybe going Devastators might be the way, but you've got to give yourself time to build up the numbers. I don't think you've got time for the numbers to be built up. At least with vehicles, when they come out, they're as strong as they need to be. But now we've got, oh dear, double Defilers. This is going to be quite the defense that the Blood Angels need to pull off here. Furioso Dreadnought just walking in. And now the Defilers adding their artillery to the fire. It's been very difficult for these Blood Angels to keep a consistent amount of DPS on the go. Chaos Space Marines as well, activating their Hit Me Harder Daddy ability. Which will be great in this situation, because if they're not taking that much in the way of DPS, they won't, well, they just won't take an additional amount from that ability, will they? I'm going to see, what are you? Got a Death Company over here. Need to get these boys in close combat ASAP. Kind of have to move all your forces in tandem, sending them in piecemeal. Not going to do all that much. There we go. Devastators, plasma cannons. These dudes just charging in all the way. Now is the time to fire. Big explosions going on. It was a valiant attempt, but sadly not quite enough. Got a Battle Predator over here. It's doing a lot of damage to these Chaos Space Marines, but they are being auto-reinforced. And a lot of anti-vehicle stuff coming from these Hell Talons. Going to cause them some mischief. Possessed Marines swarming over the base as these tactical squads fight hand to hand. Blade to blade. Listening post over here goes down. Quadruple Defilers trundling into the base. And these Devastators over here trying to go for it again. These Chaos Space Marines are kind of being spread out a little bit, so their concentrated firepower isn't going to do them as much good in this situation. But again, with this sheer amount of infantry, like, doesn't matter where these guys stand, they're still going to be pumping out a cracking bit of damage. Over on this side, they're trying to get another Battle Predator out on the way. These tactical squads over here watching as these Defilers just tear a new one into each plasma generator and structure. Battle Predator moving to a little bit more of a safer location. But it does look like that this Blood Angels base is going to go down. Is he rebuilding his base anywhere else? Does not seem like it. He doesn't. Does he have the economy for it? He doesn't. Says he doesn't have the economy for it, although look at that green flare. Indication that he's built too many plasma generators. Or not spent enough of it on vehicles. But that is him going to go down. But he has got, oh look at that, a cheeky progenitor barracks down over here. It's not all over if Roman can pull out all the stops with these Devastator squads. Has managed to distract one Defiler for long enough. We'll take him down. But need more lads, more firepower. It is a good squad to have in this engagement, like I say, but just not enough of these boys unless they're very tactical about their engagements here. Chaos Space Marines will see the Sanguine Armory. And do you have any more builders? Ah, you have one more builder. He's going to come over here. The sheer amount of defense going on. Do see an orbital relay tower, so tier 3 for Roman 228 at the very least. I suppose what you could do in this situation, it's a long hope, but there is a chance. If you pop all your Devastators on top of here, use that high ground to your full advantage, and then maybe try and deep strike some lads from your orbital relay over here, and try and cheese out some sort of base trade. It's bold, it's brave, dare I say it might be brash, but it's a thing. But sadly, Hyperion, seeing that there's no joy in here, seeing some friendly German words coming out from Roman 228, I imagine, and the GGs are thrown out. So, relatively short game, but lots of action packed into that. Some good aggression from the Chaos players all the way through, especially in the early game, and just managing to keep that momentum going. Control of that central point as well, and being able to slap down listing posts left, right, and centre was a real good benefit for them in the long run. So yeah, if you like the channel, please do consider supporting us on the old Patreon. £1 a month does get you 1 extra game a week. And also got Discord where games like this take place all the time. Have a look at it. Links are in the description. Anyway, mine's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never a chore. I will see you in a bit. Peace.